How's it going, guys? Rob here from the Horror Night channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today I'm going to talk about some horror films that I own in my collection that I don't care for. Now, how did they get there? Two reasons. One, I'm a completist. So if I see a movie that will complete my collection, I will get it. Number two, it's a blind buy. I'll see a horror movie, buy it without previously viewing it, so therefore I might end up not liking it. And that's the case with some of these. You take a risk, I guess. I have a couple stacks of movies here, and this is just my opinion. They're in no particular order. Let's get started. Movies that I just don't care for. Jaws, The Revenge. Now, some people will say it's so bad it's good. I disagree. I don't think it's good at all. Jaws 3, now I can say that. I actually like Jaws 3 for what it is. A guilty pleasure, so to say. This movie is not a guilty anything. I'd rather jump off a ledge, into boiling acid, honestly. This is Lorraine Gary, a shark follows her to the Bahamas and just to get revenge, and the shark growls, and Michael Caine flying around in his stupid plane. I hate this movie. It's terrible. A shark wanting revenge. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, I don't really need to say more about it. So, that's what we're going to start with. The Prom Night remake. Where do I start? I thought this movie was terrible. There's not one scene in the school. It takes place in this stupid hotel. The teacher walks around where no one notices him. He wears a ball cap and he carries this little knife, walks around the hotel like no one's recognizing him. And before, he had kind of straggly looking hair, but he got a haircut because he went to jail. But now that he's out, there are times where students are looking right at him and they don't even recognize him. Oh, because he has a ball cap on, that's why. Give me a break. This movie was awful. The death scenes were just unwatchable. When someone gets stabbed, there's hardly any blood or anything. Nice try. Nelson McCormick. Yeah, the movie is unwatchable to me, so. Next one. Wrong Turn 6, Last Resort. This is basically a movie about sex, because there's a sex scene right in the beginning with two bikers. Then this movie literally ends with a sex scene. And there's sex scenes all throughout. Some incest, and then with the hillbillies, there's just nothing going on that you care about. I mean, you see boobs and stuff, that's about it. There's just nothing. The story sucks. Now, it's not to say that the stories didn't suck in the other ones. Some of them did, but this movie is just unwatchable. There's just nothing going on. And the kills aren't even that great. So, for me, yeah, Wrong Turn 6, Last Resort is a stinker. Next up, The Stepfather remake, also by Nelson McCormick, who did Prom Night. This guy does not even hold a candle to Terry O'Quinn. The original Stepfather is amazing. But here you have Dylan Walsh, who was in Congo. That's what I know him from. He's the one who taught the gorilla to talk. Lame character. He tried in this movie, but when you have a death scene where he basically plugs the nose of this lady so she can't breathe, and she dies by him plugging her nose, and the fact that she doesn't breathe out her mouth really irritates me, and it makes me want to throw this against the wall or even burn it. Maybe that's what I'll do for a video. This movie is terrible. It's a movie montage, like a music montage. There's montages throughout with different bands playing. And instead of the girl, this time they switch it up and it's a boy causing trouble. And he slips up so many times trying to be this smart guy. In the beginning, the police are like, oh, he's so smart. He has no credit trail or nothing. He pays in cash. He makes all these mistakes through the movie. I'm just like, really? You guys could have caught him by now. There's a trend here with Nelson McCormick. I don't think he should be directing horror films. That's just my opinion. Next up is Leatherface. I thought this movie was garbage. I'd rather watch The Next Generation, which gets a lot of hate. I'd rather watch Texas Chainsaw 3D, which I don't really care for as well, but this really takes the cake. In the beginning scene, they give a little boy a chainsaw. They give him a chainsaw because, oh, you can't have Leatherface without chainsaw. He was born to hold that chainsaw, so we're going to give him a chainsaw for his birthday. Come on. And they try to fool you who Leatherface is. It's supposed to be this fat guy. You're thinking throughout the whole movie it's this fat guy. They show him on the cover, people. They show him right here. There he is. Does he look fat? Nope. All you have to do, they spoil it right here. All you have to do is look on the cover. There he is. But they try to make him look like this. Right? I didn't care about the characters. The only good character was Lily Taylor. I like Lily Taylor as an actress. I liked her in The Haunting. I liked her in Ransom. I liked her in Conjuring. I know there's people who like this film and that, you know, to each their own, but I didn't understand it, honestly. The next one, Species, The Awakening. Now, Species 3 is horrible too, but I don't own that one. It's just the same movie with a different chick trying to, you know, have sex with some guy. You know the whole deal. It's the same thing. You don't care about any of the characters. It's lame. Open Water 3 Cage Dive. A movie about, again, stupid characters doing stupid things. Girl who ignites a flare inside the raft when they need the raft to survive, otherwise they'll be stuck out in the water again. And she ignites the raft and the raft burns up because she's stupid. End of story. There's this stupid behind, you know, the camera kind of thing where, you know, there's this affair going on. You don't even care about that when it's a film about survival in shark-infested waters. So, this movie, pretty horrible. Hannibal Rising. I saw this movie in the theater, and I didn't get it. We have an explanation on why Hannibal Lecter liked to eat people. And Billy Loomis said it best in Scream. Did they ever explain why Hannibal Lecter liked to eat people? No. It's a lot scarier when there is no motive. I agree with him. But here they try to explain why he did what he did. And he developed a taste for it because of what happened to his family. So I understand that. He wanted to do it out of revenge, but don't explain it like this is the origin of his cannibalism. We don't need that. Yeah, I did not like this film. We don't need an explanation on why he is the way he is. So, The Descent Part 2. I thought this movie was, right off the bat, just terrible because of the fact that they make her, Shauna McDonald, they make her go back down into the caves where her friends all died. And she is dealing with trauma. And they make her go back down there. Because they're like, oh, you know these caves better than we do, so you can find your friends. The lady has amnesia. She can't remember anything. What the hell makes you think she's going to remember shit? That's what I didn't get about this movie. I think it was the same director. Like, what are you doing? This movie... And then you find out Juno's alive. when clearly she died in the first one. She was surrounded by those creatures. There is no way she lived. I don't think this was the same. I think the first one was Neil Marshall. No, it wasn't. Actually, okay, I take that back. Neil Marshall was an executive producer, and this was directed by John Harris. Okay, no, that makes sense now. Yeah, The Descent Part 2, I just thought it was garbage, to be honest. The first Descent is one of my favorite horror films of all time. An American Werewolf in Paris. Tried to live up to, you know, American Werewolf in London, and it just falls flat. The CGI for the werewolves are just unbelievably bad. They're just, it's not good at all. I mean, when you compare it to the, you know, the way London was shot, it just doesn't compare. It's not the worst werewolf movie I've seen, but it's definitely not 4 stars. That's for sure. Hills Have Eyes 2. This is the sequel to the remake, and I love the remake. It's in my top, definitely my top 10 favorite horror remakes. This I did not like at all. You had these scientists who go disappearing in the hills, and this you know, team of army brats basically try to go and see what's going on, and they get killed off, getting pulled underneath the ground in the mines, and they kidnap women to have sex with them and impregnate them so they can have babies, and then they kill the women after they have the babies. And then you have this guy who looks like Grey Hulk at the end, who busts through a wall and like getting this woman from behind and all that stuff. It's just like, okay. The gore effects were fine, but there are scenes in here that didn't make sense. I couldn't see what was going on because it was dark and underground. Some of the characters I didn't care for, like the guy who was always cocky and stuff, is trying way too hard. But anyway, yeah, this movie didn't impress me. Blair Witch, what can I say? This movie had potential to be good, but instead fell flat. The last 10 minutes of the movie are probably the best. Other than that, I cannot watch it. It's they tried to be like the first movie, and you don't care about any of the characters. Again, characters doing stupid things. They weren't that stupid in the first one. If I had a choice between this and Book of Shadows, the Book of Shadows is pretty bad, but there are scenes in that I do like. And this, I can't, like I said, the last 10 minutes are pretty cool, but other than that, it's terrible. It just does not fit into the universe. And especially when they think that Heather Donahue is alive after, like, what, 15 years? What the hell would she be doing out in the forest for 15 years? This movie. They see a YouTube video and automatically, oh, that's her. She's alive. Oh, come on. Paranormal Activity 4, aka Breaking Necks, because that's all Katie Featherston does in this movie, is break necks. She does it in the other ones too, but this is a sequel that doesn't go anywhere. You have this girl and her boyfriend hanging around, and then this weird kid named Robbie who comes over, and Katie Featherston, you know, Katie, I want to know what happened to her, and she moves in next door, and like she's still weird and possessed, and this movie didn't go anywhere. It didn't do anything new. The only thing it did new was like this thing with the Xbox or whatever, but like motion sensor stuff, but like right there. But it's the same formula. They have laptop computer cameras this time. It's just, yeah, this movie is not good. I'd rather watch Paranormal Activity 2 and 3. Even though my favorite is the first one. But yeah, this one, ugh. This is more like a comedy. They tried to be funny like throughout this whole movie. So AVP, I don't even want to pronounce that. I'm going to say AVP 2. I actually am in the minority of liking the first AVP. I actually like it. The second one, not so much. I can't tell what's going on because it's too dark. And I know a lot of people say that, but it's true. You can't see what's going on. And the Pred alien I thought was the dumbest thing. You know, this half predator, half alien species. Like, come on now. But yeah, this movie could have been great. But See No Evil 2. I like the first See No Evil movie with Kane. I thought he was really good in that one. But this one, yeah, he wears this weird mask, and like the characters, except for Danielle Harris, she's okay in the film, but the film just falls flat. Even the death scenes suck. There's this one scene where he's laying on the table in this like morgue area, and this girl and this guy get on the table and they start having sex on the table in this morgue area. I'm like, what? What's going on? Don't even get me started with the ending. Yeah, the ending of this movie, ugh. Hellraiser Revelations. Yes, I own it. You could say a lot of the Hellraiser sequels are garbage, but this one is hot garbage. This one, you know, Doug Bradley doesn't even reprise his role as Pinhead. It's this new guy who yells a lot. He doesn't even look anything like Pinhead, what he should look like. Very bad movie. Very bad. A lot of you already know that. Exorcist 2, The Heretic. I thought this movie was boring. Exorcist 3 is very, very underrated, and Exorcist 3, in my opinion, is way better than this one. Not many people talk about Exorcist 3, but if you guys haven't seen the third one, definitely check it out. I think you'd like it. This one, of course, Linda Blair is back, but it's so boring. It's just not interesting at all. So, the last one I mention is Survival of the Dead. I didn't care for this one as well. I think this is the last one in the Dead series, or Romero Dead series. But yeah, this one just couldn't get into it. With these two families like feuding against each other, the Muldoons or whatever, against I don't remember what the other family was, but yeah, there's like horses involved, and it's just weird. It's a weird movie. Like, you know, to me, it's like after Day of the Dead, it kind of went downhill. Land of the Dead is fine. I actually I don't mind Land of the Dead. I think it's underrated in a lot of points, but yeah, the first three of the Dead series, the Romero Dead series, are my favorites. So, Survival of the Dead. All right, guys. Well, just my opinions, like I said. Those are some films that I own in my collection that I do not necessarily like. And like I said, it's just part of my collection because I'm a completist, or it's movies that I just bought because, hey, this looks interesting. I'm going to, you know, buy it, watch it, and then decide, you know, if I like it or not. And I don't like everything all the time. So, anyway, tell me what you thought in the comments below. Some of your thoughts on some of the titles that I listed here. And as always, subscribe, leave a comment, you know, give it a like if you liked the video, and stay tuned for more. This is Rob from the Horror Night channel signing off. See you guys next time.